Hello everybody! Welcome to tonight's VideO'Mealy Gaming Emporium stream. We are going to do a Smash Brothers Tournament of Females. You can see I've already got the brackets set up here. Now, before we begin, let's go over the ground rules for this tournament. Every character is on CPU level 9. So they are going to be fighting at their tip-top shape. Number 2. To get creative and fill all 32 slots, I had to make a couple of assumptions. The Pikachu and Pichu competing in this tournament are females. So is the Jigglypuff. I used female palette swaps for every character who had it. I submitted every version of Samus that was available. And yeah, anybody else who had multiple versions like Zelda. Zelda and Sheik are both competing. All 3 Samuses are in here. And the Inkling from Splatoon has all 4 palette swaps in here. This was literally the only way to do this. So, we're just going to do this to have a little bit of fun. Now, I should be streaming on all of my services here. I do have my webcam currently switched off just because it was being utilized by another program, and I didn't really feel like dealing with it. Plus, since I'm just streaming a tournament, it's not necessary for me to be on camera anyway. So let's have some fun and see who is the ultimate female in Super Smash Brothers. Now, before I actually start the matches here, let me just make sure that I'm muted on all ends so you're not capturing too much background audio here. If you are watching via Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube, feel free to make comments in the chat room. I will do my best to interact with you as I can. I do have the chat room pulled up next to the screen. And really quickly here, I'm going to pull up the Smash Brothers wiki page, or rather just the Wikipedia page of Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, because when there are characters from games who I'm not overly familiar with, because I haven't played every single game in the series that you're going to see here, if I want to talk about who's up, I'm going to have some information on them. So let's go ahead, we're going to hit start here. This tournament is all about stamina. Everybody's going to have 300 stamina. There will be a 10-minute time limit, so nobody can go over. No, nobody should hit that. And this is a straight-up fight. They can use their final smash and all that stuff, but there will be no weapons. This is not a hardcore match. We will be doing something like that later on, having a little bit of fun with it. Okie doke. So, let's hit start.
Round 1.
Here we go. Round 1. We have the Ice Climbers from the Ice Climbers game on the NES versus our first Inkling. This is the yellow one from the Splatoon series. I'm not going to skip the battle. No. We're going to watch this battle play out. And let's see, what stage do we want to do this on? Well, my favorite stage, of course, is the... and I have the hazard mostly turned off. Where is... the boxing ring. Well, where else would we do a tournament like this, but in an actual ring? This, of course, is from the Punch-Out series. But yeah, we all know that this is... me being a wrestling guy, this is it. So the yellow Inkling versus the Ice Climbers, and I did use the palette swap, so the female Ice Climber is coming out first. Here they go. Now, the Ice Climbers is almost a cheat, because there are 2 of them. But I did do it so the female was in front. Oh, I did actually set this to only 5 minutes. I might be being a little too generous here, because they are not landing a lot of hits at all. Well, we'll see how the time limit goes. Now, I have not played any of the Splatoon games, so I'm not that familiar with them. There isn't that much I can talk about. If you have, let me know what those are like. The Ice Climbers, what are their character names? I think it's Mina is the girl. Look back right now, but their little double team action here is doing pretty good. 1 minute down. Is this going to be a cheat? Now, the reason I put Mina as the top palette swap on here, not just because it was the female, but she has to actually be eliminated for this to count. And the two of them are ripping through this inkling here. I also made sure I randomized the brackets. I only had to randomize it twice because I wanted to keep the inklings away from each other. Because that's the main palette swap that's in here. But yeah, I think this is going to be an Ice Climber victory. One more hit. There's no way the yellow inkling is winning this one. Nope. She's done. That's it. Less than 2 minutes. Well, there you have it. The Ice Climbers are victorious. Good job, Mina. I believe that is her name. Not really a lot of stats to go over with such a simple concept here. Alright. We're not skipping any of these battles. Back to the boxing ring. Rosalina from the Mario Galaxy series versus Pyra. This is one of the downloadable characters that just got released. This is from Xenoblade Chronicles. Now, Pyra and Mithrix come as a package deal in this game. So how it works with them is you have to choose which one of them starts, but they can switch back and forth. So I have her in here twice, technically. Once starting as Pyra and once starting as Mithrix. Of course, if she gets knocked off the stage... No, it doesn't matter. Rosalina got knocked off the stage. And Pyra advances by ring out. Rosalina from Mario Galaxy barely stood a chance. Alright, 24-second match. I don't know if you want to mess with the Xenoblade characters here. Alright, Princess Zelda from the Legend of Zelda series going up against Princess Daisy from Super Mario Land, who then later became a Mario Sports character. Originally, she was just a costume swap for Princess Peach. Now she's an Echo Fighter in this game, so she has a lot of the same moves, but some slightly different stuff on her arsenal. In the previous Smash Bros. Games, Zelda and Sheik were the same character and you could swap between them. In this game, however, they will be competing separately. So this is a Mario vs. Zelda match without actually utilizing Mario, or really Peach anyway. Daisy had the upper hand, but Zelda is starting to make a comeback. Pretty even right now. I always love that one of their moves is literally to use a Toad as a weapon, instead of making Toad a fighter. Well, Daisy had the upper hand. Zelda made a comeback. Again, still pretty even. She gets a good enough hit to the outside here. You could see a ring out if they stay too far to the side. Too bad there's no rules to keep them in the ring, but is what it is. Alright, Daisy making the big comeback now. She got a couple of really good hits there. I think Zelda's in trouble. This could be Daisy's victory. Whoa. And Zelda doesn't want to be on that side. If you're going to go for a ring out, you want to be on the other side. Using that butt. Now we're good, about to even out again. This is how this match has been. Somebody starts doing really good. The other girl starts making a comeback. And that's it. Zelda's gonna be taken out here in a second. That's the end of that. Daisy with the win. How about that? A Mario victory over Zelda. Okay, we have Min from the game ARMS, and Lady Palatina from the Kid Icarus series. Min, another downloadable fighter. See how this one goes. Palatina, I believe, debuted in the last Smash Brothers game, or was an assist trophy, and is now a playable character. A little close to the outside here. If Min's gonna bring it back or not. It's a pretty even match too so far. Nobody's gotten that good advantage going here. Also, check out the background. They have their nicknames will come up on the screen too, because you got the whole arena thing going here. And the main reason I turned off the hazards is because I wanted to use this stage, and this stage has the obnoxious hazard of the lights keep falling. So by turning that off, it makes it into a straight up fight, which is pretty much how I wanted it. Gotta love a nickname, the Ramen Bomber. Now, I've never played the ARMS games before. I'm not even that familiar with Kid Icarus, so I'm not really sure how this is going here, but I think Min might become the tournament favorite here. Unless Palatina can get a ring out or really make a hard comeback here, she's in big trouble. This has been all Min. This is one-sided. This is crazy one-sided. I'm curious if anybody's going to actually run out the clock during any of these matches either. Not likely. Well, Palatina's been using projectiles, and that did quite a bit of damage, but as soon as Min got her arms on her again, pun intended, yeah, they can fight up on the lights too. I think this might have been one of our longer matches thus far. And Palatina's nearing the end. Unless she wants to really make a hard comeback right now. It's not likely. That knockout blow is coming. Holy... Wow, this is a huge comeback. Oof! With only 12 hit points left, Min pulls out the win, but Palatina made a heck of a comeback there. That would have been crazy if Palatina actually won that, being 100 hit points down. But nope, Min with the victory. That might have been the most competitive match we've had so far. That looked really one-sided, but that changed real fast. Looks like we've got... I believe Robin is a Fire Emblem character. There's too many Fire Emblem characters in this game. But yes, we're using the female palette swaps for Robin and for the Pokemon Trainer, who is going after with a shiny Squirtle. And the only negative thing about the Pokemon Trainer is they themselves can't actually fight. So... they have the Squirtle, the Ivysaur, and the Charizard at their disposal. Here's Ivysaur rocking out here. Sorry, that's Corrin. I believe I said Robin by accident. That is Corrin. I don't know much about Fire Emblem, so there's not much history I can do here, unfortunately, but... Corrin's going after that Charizard pretty heavy. I don't know if you really want to be switching right now. Remember, we're gonna go under the assumption that all Pokemon competing in this tournament are females. The only reason I didn't choose Lucario or Greninja as competitors is because they sound more masculine. In fact, they do treat Lucario like Lucario actually is a guy in this game. So, to do females, you gotta cheat a little bit here. This appears to be a Corrin fight, but let's not take anything out here because, like I said, these have been, we had that last match where Palatina almost came back and won. Don't count out that Ivysaur yet. Plus, be weary of ringouts. That's how Rosalina got eliminated. Oof. And there's the ending. The Pokemon trainer has lost to Corrin. At least in these games, because it's Nintendo, they have them clapping for them at the end, so that's very nice. We are not skipping battles. We are doing more palette swaps here. Lucina from Fire Emblem versus Wendy O. Koopa, one of the Koopa kids. So Bowser Jr. is a playable character in this game, and every one of Bowser Jr.'s palette swaps is one of the 7 Koopa kids, of which there is only one female. So Wendy gets to compete by default. And we're dangerously close to a ring out right off the bat. It can be a stamina battle all you want, but you get that ring out, you get the victory. And the only thing I'm not a fan of with the Koopa kids is I'm not big on how they have to be in their Koopa clown car for the battle. I think it would have been cooler if they were out and about too instead of being in a clown car, but that's fine. It's the way they made it. And Wendy's doing pretty good here against Lucina. Got those boxing gloves on that little clown car there. And I do know that Lucina's character is part of the main Fire Emblem lineage. If I pull up her profile here real quick. It doesn't actually... The regular wiki doesn't have like the whole character history. There's another page that would have more of that stuff on it. Oop, we're gonna get a ring out. Wow! Wendy was doing pretty good! And then she got trapped on the end, and Lucina won with only 40 hit points to go. That's why you gotta watch those ring outs. So Wendy's out of here. Koopa Kid eliminated. This might end up being a Fire Emblem style tournament here. Bayonetta versus Jigglypuff. Never underestimate Jigglypuff. Never, ever, ever underestimate Jigglypuff. Now, some of the new fighters in this game, one that I've become quite good at, has actually been Bayonetta. Actually gotten quite good at playing as Bayonetta. Yeah, you gotta watch that Jigglypuff. Look at her. She incorporated a lot of damage. She's taken 1 hit point thus far. And has almost gotten Bayonetta down a third. Yeah. Bayonetta's fallen hard right now. Look at that. 11 hit points of damage. Jigglypuff is wrecking right now. Who would have thought that Jigglypuff would have been the fighter right now? She's wrecking her. She's absolutely wrecking her. An Umbra Witch is about to fall to a fairy-type Pokemon. Unless she can get a ring out on Jigglypuff. I don't like her chances here. If she can get a good smash right now, if she had hit that, that would have been it. Jigglypuff would have gone out. But, yeah. Yeah, this is all Jigglypuff. She has to. Yeah, this is Jigglypuff. I'm. Too bad you can't invoke a mercy rule. I mean, we did see Palatina make a really good comeback, but Jigglypuff is just. Jigglypuff is wrecking right now. Unless you get that ring out. I mean, she's trying to hold on, Bayonetta, but it's not working out so well at all. And there we go. Whew. Jigglypuff just wrecked Bayonetta. I mean, wrecked. Okay. I think we might know who the tournament favorite is, at least on this side of the bracket, but let's see how this one goes. I did say that this was, I said earlier, Robin. Messed up Robin and Corrin, my bad. And these are palette swaps again. There's the male and female Robin. Now you can use a male Wii Fit Trainer, but he is actually not the default. She is. So this is Wii Fit Trainer versus Robin, all the way at the edge of the screen. Pretty even thus far. Sticking to the outside, they're both very quick. The Tactician, Magician, and the Yoga Warrior. Wii Fit Trainer's making a big comeback right now. Alright. Oof. Robin's making a comeback now. They're both charged up. Charge up that move. Whoever hits that big move could have the advantage here. Robin falling down now. This is where things always get interesting for me in these games, because it can seem like somebody's really got the upper hand, and then that comeback is all it takes. Zero. Literally zero. So she could just tap her right now, and this would be over. And that's game, set, match. The Wii Fit Trainer. Well, don't mess with her. Just completed our first half of the brackets here. All right, we're moving on. Now, I did say earlier that I had, you can choose who starts, although they can switch. So I have Mithrix starting this fight instead of Pyra, taking on Princess Peach. Now, I have heard some people say that Peach is the worst Smash Brothers character. I think I disagree with that. I would actually take Peach over Bowser any day. I think Bowser's actually pretty freaking terrible. So she has switched over to Pyra. She can do that. But, well, that was quick. In fact, I believe that's how he beat Rosalina, right? The ring out. So Peach and Rosalina both suffer a ring out. That was our quickest battle yet. That was 22-second battle. All right, our next Inkling is up here. So of course, and our first Samus. So let's see if this Inkling can advance. The Pink-haired Inkling takes on Zero Suit Samus.
One, go!
Ink all over here. So I've noticed that a lot. I think the hair color corresponds with whatever the ink color is. Seems like a pretty fun game though, Splatoon. I do want to check it out. Seems like it's a multiplayer kind of a paintball style game, I believe. Get on the outside. Now the Inkling's going to do some damage. Now, of course, Zero Suit Samus doesn't have the powerful projectiles the way that Samus in the full suit does, but I do believe she is much more agile. She's also covered in ink. This is, of course, a case of speed, because the Inklings are pretty quick. End up with a ring out. We're going to get back in there. Part kid, part squid. Kind of fun seeing their nicknames up on the screen in the back, too. I really like that. Alright, Zero Suit Samus could be facing defeat here, unless she can make a great comeback or get a good smash. And there's the game. Our first Inkling has advanced. We had an Inkling elimination, but the pink-haired Inkling, she's got this under control. All right. See how the other two Inklings do when we get to them. I believe we have one coming up. The main one, the orange one, is... Oh, I thought actually that one was next. All right. So this is the Mii Gunner taking on Lil Pichu. Now the Miis can be whatever you want them to be. So I designed this one to be, this is actually Shannon's avatar that's fighting here.
3, 2, 1,
Against a Pichu. I really hope Shannon does not lose to Pichu. Because Pichu is super quick but also super weak. So we can get some hits on Pichu. Might be alright here. One of the Miis is actually me. I believe it is the Mii Brawler is me. And then I designed the Sword Spider Mii to be a wizard, because there's like wizard stuff that you can do. Also, you can't play as the Mii fighters in regular Smash. You can only do it here. Pichu is shockingly adorable. I would very much like to see Shannon beat up Pichu. But I'm supposed to be an unbiased commentator. Must remain unbiased. Unbiased. Yeah, right. Pichu has always been one of my least favorite characters in this game. It does damage to itself. It was only added into Smash Bros. Melee because Gold and Silver was hot at the time, and, you know, Pikachu's. And everything they could have added from Gen 2 Pokemon, they chose Pichu. Like, they gave us Mewtwo, and then they gave us Pichu. This could be a ring out? Oh. We were getting towards a ring out there, but... You know, for a gunner, there's a lot of fire going on here. That's it. The weakest character in the game just got eliminated. The Me Gunner, victorious! And another Inkling. The main one's actually the last one. Taking on Isabelle from Animal Crossing. I said Isabelle from Smash Brothers. This is Isabelle from Smash Brothers. Purple-haired Inkling, who is apparently a Hufflepuff.
3, 2, 1, go!
So, of course, being an Animal Crossing fan, I have tested out Isabelle on more than one occasion, and she's actually really, really good. Again, she's a small character, so she's weak to stronger characters, but she can move. She's got really good projectiles, and she's really good at avoiding ring-outs, which will not come in handy in this arena, of course. This is the Catholic schoolgirl Inkling. Or whatever school is whatever colors are purple. I guess you really can't Harry Potter this one up. Which house is purple? Mixture of Ravenclaw and Gryffindor, mixing red and blue. Isabelle's trying to go fishing. Oof. I thought she was going to hit her with a ring out with the fishing rod. That would have been insane. Of course, she could also get ring out right here, too, if she doesn't watch herself. Oh, that Inkling is really weakened. Unless you can get a nice hit on Isabelle and get her out of here, which she might just do. That was close. That was really close. That was almost a ring out victory. Nope. Our second Inkling has been eliminated by Isabelle.
Isabelle wins!
All right, let's have some fun here. We're going to get Alex from Minecraft against Sheik. With Zelda eliminated, can Sheik stay alive for the Zelda series? Or is Minecraft's Alex going to be the victor here? I am among the population who has never played Minecraft one time. I also know how they made the Minecraft characters in this game are almost impossible to get ring out eliminations because they can basically build their way back up. With the blocks and everything, so for this it would be beneficial to... I mean, that doesn't matter on an arena where you can't get hit down, but we're going to see how this goes. All right, so Sheik started making a comeback here after Alex had the upper hand. I'm just going to keep crafting stuff. Alex pulls ahead again. You know, it's funny, I was going to say a lot of good things about Peach and Rosalina as fighters, but they're the only ones who got ring-outed so far. Everybody else at least went the distance. That was very acrobatic. This is a pretty even match, too, really. We're approaching 2 minutes into the fight. They're still pretty close here. I think it's another case of just Sheik is very nimble. But Alex keeps catching Sheik in all of her traps. And that might be all that's going to matter here, because unless she can really start getting some heavy hits on here, or even get a ring out. High ground, did nobody learn a lesson from Star Wars? The high ground does not work. She's still holding on, but she's getting close to defeat. We are almost at the end of Sheik. It's going to be a miracle if she actually can pull this off. I think Alex has got this. And here it comes. The final blow. Well-fought match, though. That was a well-fought match. Minecraft Alex advances. Okay. Dark Samus versus Pikachu. We must assume this is a female Pikachu. It's the only way to do this. Give Pikachu a little hat. And of course, we're facing the evil Samus. Do not underestimate Pikachu. Pikachu is my ride and die in Smash Brothers. I have always been really, really good at Pikachu. Again, the only disadvantage to Pikachu is that lightweight frame. I like that it doesn't even have a nickname. It's just Pika Pika. Pikachu is doing a really good job working over Dark Samus, though. Just fully powered up that blaster. Okay. And there's a ring out. Dark Samus is out of here. Pikachu wins by ring out. There we go. I told you, don't underestimate those Pikachus. Notice that the tail is the heart shape. That is the female Pikachu. I don't remember which game that became canon in, but... Okay, so one Inkling has advanced. Let's see if the main orange, the regular Inkling, can take out the Animal Crossing villager. Or we're going to have 2 Inklings in this fight, or are we going to lose 3 Inklings in round 1? We're going to find out. So Splatoon's main Inkling, orange-haired Inkling, that's basically the poster character for Splatoon, takes on Palette Swap Animal Crossing Villager. Again, male and female option. Depends on how you want to customize your villager. Part kid, part squid. The mayor of Smashville. This is another one of those lightweight battles where they're both gonna kind of beat each other up. Oof! Wow. That's it. There's only one Inkling left out here. The villager advances. Another ring out. And that brings us to the final first round match. This should be very, very interesting. Bileth, palette swap to female, versus Samus, the OG Nintendo heroine. You know, for having multiple Inklings and multiple Samuses, apparently a lot of that didn't matter. Only Pyra and Mithrix seemed to be good. Jeez! That had to be the quickest match.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
Alright, Bileth just destroyed Samus, and that is game. Jeez. Alright, well there you have it, our first round. Here we go, round 2. Let's heat the battle up a little bit. Alright, our little ice climbers, little tandem duo here, is going to face the other tandem duo, with Pyra as the start off, of course. And Mithra also advanced under her startup here. And she's in the other bracket, so it could actually be Pyra versus Mithra in the finals. See how this goes. Now, the ice climbers work as a tandem duo, but if you can... Okay, so if she eliminates the boy ice climber, what'll happen is the female actually loses some of her advantage here. So she wouldn't win by getting rid of the other ice climber, but she would absolutely make it a lot easier for herself. In main Smash, when you're trying to eliminate your opponents down into the pit, you lose your second ice climber, you have no more ability to come up. So you're just asking to get eliminated at that point. But do not underestimate these ice climbers. I've not played the Xenoblade Chronicles game, so I'm not familiar with these characters. I love that they were included. I would have preferred them as separate characters. I'm sure that has something to do with who they are in the game. She is the Aegis, okay. If she does switch over to Mithra, which she just did, I'll have to see what it comes up as her nickname. Oh, back to Pyra already. It's not like you can switch back and forth and keep your damage up or anything like that, so that would be a heck of a strategy if you could do that. It's still anybody's game here. Very evenly matched. Well, this is why they're in the second round, right? You get rid of your weaker opponents in the first round, and now the stronger go up against each other. It's going to be insane if, like, the finals is a 3-second ring out. I really hope that doesn't happen, but look at these ice climbers working over the Pyra Mithra combination here. Of course, you can't really count her out because she is still involved. She is in the other bracket, so even if she loses here, well, she's making a comeback, so we can't count her out yet. Ooh, that was almost a ceiling ring out. And look at this. Look at the damage she is doing. And there we have it. The ice climbers actually get ring out. Yeah, nice one, Pyra. Yeah, aww. She's sad. They were doing really well, but they got that trap. That's all it really took. Sadly gonna be left behind. Well, Peach didn't last very long, but Daisy sure kicked some butt, so let's see how Daisy does against Min Min. It's gonna be an interesting battle.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright. Daisy versus Min Min, here we go. Again, do not underestimate Daisy. Did say Peach was a good fighter. She is. She did get that ring out, though. She is better credited as a fighter. I mean, if there was an arena we could avoid all ring outs on and just do a full-on stamina deal like this, it'd be crazy what we could actually come up with here. Oof, we are close. We're close to ring out. But there's no countouts, so... And nobody has yet to run the clock. I think 5 minutes was a more than appropriate time limit. And I only put the time limit up because I didn't want matches to go ridiculously long. Longer than a 5 minute for this. Go! And as I'm talking, Daisy gets the ring out. Daisy's out of here. I think that's it. I think Mario's out of the game. Daisy was the only character who advanced. Rosalina and Peach both got eliminated. So here we go. All right, Corrin and Lucina, a Fire Emblem brawler.
3, 2, 1, go!
Now, the Fire Emblem characters do have very, very similar movesets and abilities and things like that. Blood of Dragons, warrior from a doomed future. Those are some interesting descriptions. Again, don't know my Fire Emblem. So this could mainly be a battle of wits almost, like how this one's going down. Comes down to who's the better fighter, and right now it appears to be Lucina. Getting all those shots on Corrin. But that HP doesn't mean anything, because you can already see that Lucina got trapped and Corrin got some good hits in. She's almost even out the playing field. Almost did 100 HP damage easily. So don't ever let that be your indicator. Plus, again, you can have that huge advantage, and then boom, ring out, and you're done. Getting close again. Gotta watch those ring outs. What is your strategy, though? Do you go for the KO blast, or do you try to get knocked out? Because I'd still go for a ring out. I mean, a win's a win, right? Alright, getting down to the nitty-gritty now. And there you have the ending. With 20 hit points left, it's Lucina who actually takes the victory.
You'll never defeat me.
Alright, so Corrin is eliminated by Lucina. Heck of a battle. Alright, so we saw Jigglypuff wreck Bayonetta. Let's see how Jigglypuff does when she takes on the Wii Fit Trainer, who is also a pretty powerful fighter. Let's see how this one goes down.
3, 2, 1, go!
How good is your yoga against a Jigglypuff? I have seen some online videos of this game where people play as Jigglypuff and wreck the competition. I mean, absolutely dismantle the competition. It's ridiculous. We're going for a ring out on the Jigglypuff. Because really it boils down to, what do you think is going to be the best solution here? And that's one way to do it. Ring out the Wii Fit Trainer, Jigglypuff advances. It's going to make everybody rethink their Pokemon teams in these games now, watching Jigglypuff just destroy opponents. Man, do not want to underestimate that Jigglypuff. Alright. The lone Inkling remaining in this tournament. All 3 other Inklings have been eliminated. Mithrix stands in the Inkling's way. Now, of course, Mithrix can palette swap back to Pyra. Consider that a disadvantage or unfair or whatever, but the way it's going to work out here. And of course, Mithrix immediately on the assault against this poor Inkling. It is a child you are battling against. How does one make a hybrid child squid? You know what? Let's not answer that. I don't want that answer. It's gonna be a ring out. Yeah, it called it right as it's happening. Inkling is out of here. Splatoon has been eliminated from this tournament.
Called it. You show 'em, big
Oof. Mithra just... Yeah. That's like the newest downloadable character in this game, too, and they're kicking some butt. It could be them in the finals. We shall see. Now, my wife would love this one. It's literally her gonna take on Isabelle. This should be interesting.
3, 2, 1, go!
And these Mii characters are pretty nuts with their guns. And of course, here comes Isabelle making the comeback immediately. The tournaments are completely randomized, by the way. Like, I hit the random swap on the thing, so it's not like I planned to have my wife's Mii avatar battle one of her all-time favorites. This was not planned. That's the other thing. Isabelle's got some attacks that once she can get a hold of you, she can do some damage. Now, I could have cheated a little bit and used another female palette swap and made another female Mii character, so I didn't have to have Pyra Mithra as two separate entities or save an Inkling, but I think it's fine this way. However, if you think that it was unfair to have Pyra and Mithra competing twice, you can let me know. All she is just the mayor's assistant. She's so much more than that. Don't count out that Mii character, though. Look at that comeback. Look at that, right there. Immediate comeback. We are getting close to that ring-out territory. It's going to be whoever gets the next really good combo here is going to be the winner. Because look at this, 34, 13, oof, 25. We are... Oh, man. Can't wait to tell my wife she got knocked out by Isabelle. I don't know how she's gonna feel about that. Alright, there you have it. No more Miis. No more alternate avatars for that. Once again, you don't underestimate a Pikachu, but that Alex is... Alex was kicking some butt in the last match, so let's see how this goes down. Is my ride or die gonna fall to a character from a game that I don't know jack about, other than that ya build stuff? I don't know. So you mine stuff to craft, and then you craft stuff to go mining. Who designed this game? Jerry? It's gonna be a ring out? That was really, really close to being a ring out. Like, really close to being a ring out. I'm showing more bias here, but I'm always going to root for Pikachu. Who are we kidding here? Always going to root for Pikachu. With the incorporation of the Pokemon Trainer, you actually can do like a full-on Pokemon tournament and a Battle Royale style thing too. Because you have enough to do that. The Trainer would be, it would be a 3-on-1 technically, but they all sustain the same damage. My do a couple of other Smash-type tournaments in here. Maybe we'll do some dark tournaments or super heavyweight tournaments. We can also turn off the time limit and really jack up the stamina here. Do Mario characters, like an 8-person tournament. That could be fun, too. Pikachu is working over Alex pretty well. But again, she keeps making these comebacks. There we go. Danger on the outside. That was the Pika Smash move. 5 hit points. Oh! Minecraft falls to Pokemon. Let's keep that one in mind. Does Pikachu and Jigglypuff both have victory screens where they're sleeping? Imagine that's going to be the finals. That would be insanity. Pikachu versus Jigglypuff. Alright, the Animal Crossing villager takes on Bileth in our final match for round 2. By the way, I love this Rock and Punch Out theme so much. So I know that the Villager and Isabelle do have similar moves, but they are not the same. This is not a palette swap or an Echo Fighter, as they call them in this game. Like, Daisy's an Echo Fighter of Peach, and Dark Samus was an Echo Fighter of Samus. They actually did give them slightly separate moves here, so... Although the Animal Crossing representation has been tough, too. With all the Fire Emblem stuff, it's Animal Crossing that still hasn't lost anybody yet. Of course, this could be the Villager's last fight against Bileth, especially getting that close to the end of the ring here. Ride your gyros. They planted a freaking tree. This has been a really even fight, too. A lot of very evenly dual damage. Nobody's getting, like, this way ahead of the other one. Maybe part of the trick is to keep it on the outside of the ring. That appears to be where everybody likes to fight. Also, I am a sucker in these games for arenas that have people watching you. I think that's a lot of fun. To have the simulated audience and everything. That's why I always love the Mario Kart tracks that would take place in stadiums. Like that Wario Stadium in Mario Kart 64. Just a giant mud track. And it had a cheering fan section the whole time. In modern games, that would be made of toads, because apparently that's the only thing that exists around here. Toads. Bileth is not doing too well against this villager. Is this Eye from the Animal Crossing movie? Oh, you might want to ring out her. You want this victory, you might want to try to get her to ring out right now. Like I said, that was the only way she was gonna win. Bileth was down.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
She lucked out and got that ring out here. Villager eliminated by ring out. And it's a good thing, too, because she kind of had that one as a victory.
Round 3.
This is round 3. But in reality, these are the quarterfinals. Alright. Pyra's been proving her worth, but Min Min's had 2 dominating victories as well. So let's see how this turns out. They do make their DLC fighters pretty dang strong.
1, go!
So let's see who's going to have the advantage. Min Min still hasn't scored a single hit. Finally getting some hits in here. And look how quickly she can almost turn the tide around right there. Almost completely evened out their HP, despite the fact that Pyra had the distinct advantage here. That's what's fun about these fighting games, is you never ever know who's going to get the true advantage until they really work on it. Almost completely even right now. The first minute elapses. So Min has the advantage here, but Pyra's still starting to make a comeback too, so if they're going to stay in the ring like this, this is going to come down to the final stamina shot. A lot of defense maneuvering here, too. I think I noticed that in the previous battles. Both of these characters were really good at scoring the hits and then getting away. Again, Min has the advantage right now, but that doesn't mean Pyra can't make a comeback. Which if she gets a ring out victory, it won't matter. Now Min's pushing Pyra towards the edge. And watch those edges. And look at that. Even though Min had the advantage, Pyra got the ring out. And it doesn't matter in the end. Okay, so semifinals is going to have Pyra. Pyra's going to take on one of these two fighters. Can Lucina be the one to stop the Jigglypuff reign of terror? Or is this going to be another Jigglypuff slaughter? Jigglypuff hasn't scored a hit yet, but that doesn't mean anything. We've seen Jigglypuff really work over the opponents here. The Jigglypuff reign of terror. Somehow Lucina is the one giving Jigglypuff the most trouble here. Maybe Lucina is the Fire Emblem fighter to go with. Oh, as soon as you fall asleep, that's when the real damage comes. Fall victim to the Jigglypuff sing. Look at that. Almost a ring out with a Jigglypuff win. Even though Jigglypuff has less HP, I don't. Until this is over, I count nothing. Who's gonna face Pyra? I thought that was the end because they did the dramatic scene here, but Jigglypuff didn't have enough. Now we're on it. Another one. This is insane. That's 2 almost wins for Jigglypuff, and now Lucina's health is just falling. Because that's the trap of Jigglypuff. This is nuts. There's no way. There's no way. Jigglypuff. That was a comeback. That might have been Jigglypuff's hardest match, but look at that. Whew. Well, we've seen Pyra run through everybody so far. That's going to be an insane victory for Jigglypuff if we pull that off. All right, now again, we have Mithra. I've been watching Mithra this whole time. And I said that was a possibility too. If Mithra takes down Isabelle, this is where the victory is going to go.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright. The Mithra Pyra combo. This one officially as Mithra, as the main. Takes on the mayor's assistant, Isabelle. Considering that Animal Crossing is not a game that has people doing jumps, these Animal Crossing characters are quite nimble. I've said that word too many times, too. She switched back to Pyra, but it may not matter. Now, she does have a ring-out victory. So even though her HP is lower, it may not matter. She can get a really good hit on Isabelle and get her towards the edge. Of course, Isabelle might be the one to send her out of here. Like, okay, right on cue. So Mithra is eliminated by Isabelle. So we will not have Pyra versus Mithra in the finals. But the other Pyra, Mithra combo, starting as Pyra, still out there in the semifinals. And that leads us to Pikachu versus Bileth. I believe this is the final hope for Fire Emblem now. It has to be Bileth, or it's nobody.
1, go!
Now, does Pikachu want this victory? Because if Pikachu defeats Bileth here, and then takes out Isabelle, and Jigglypuff beats Pyra, we'll have a Pokemon finale. And Jigglypuff has been wrecking everybody she's come across, so I don't know how this one's gonna go. See, Pikachu's got those really quick attacks. If anybody out there listens to my podcast, the Pokecast, we review all the Pokemon episodes. We just covered the episode where Ash gets the Thunder Badge, and the whole plot is based on the fact that Pikachu, as the Pikachu form, learns better quick attacks than it would as a Raichu if you evolve it right away. This is why Pikachu is kind of kicking some butt right here. But again, if that's a ring out on Pikachu, it doesn't matter. And that's it. Pikachu is out of here by Bileth. That is a ring out. So now Jigglypuff is the only Pokemon left. So we're going to move on to the semifinals now.
Semifinals.
So Bileth and Isabelle in the second match, but first Pyra and Jigglypuff in this match. People used to mock Jigglypuff in the original Smash Brothers on the Nintendo 64 for being a weak character, and you cannot underestimate Jigglypuff.
1, go!
So Pyra and Jigglypuff both had dominating paths to get here. Quick domination moves. I want to see how this goes down. Let's not have a 5-second ring out. A 20-second ring out or whatever. Although that's what we're going to be looking at there for a sec. Oof. Jigglypuff falls to a ring out after Jigglypuff's insane domination to get to the semifinals. It's a ring out that does Jigglypuff in. Dang. That's a shame, actually. After all that domination, Jigglypuff falls. So the Pyra Mithra combo is heading to the finals to take on either Bileth or Isabelle. Here we go. Boxing ring up. Let's see how this one goes down before we head to the finals.
3, 2, 1, go!
last hope of Fire Emblem versus the mayor's assistant from Animal Crossing, or just Resident Services. This game came out before New Horizons. We're gonna have a ring out already? Yeah, get away from the edge. We don't want another ring out. Yeah, but we're getting one. And that's it. Isabelle falls to a ring out too.
No hesitation.
That's it. Bileth versus Pyra. So Fire Emblem versus Xenoblade Chronicles. Two games I know absolutely jack about. So both semifinalists fell to ring outs. Let's crown our champion. Once more in the boxing ring. Crown our champion.
3, 2, 1, go!
This is it. It all comes down to this. Let's have a good fight. Let's not do another ring out as they head that direction immediately. I ain't booking how they do this. Why even have a ring when you're going to spend the whole time fighting outside of it? We going for a ring out? Nope. Who would have thought the newest downloadable character would have been the one to be the victor? The newest addition to the Smash Brothers roster actually wins the tournament.
Power the Aegis.
That's it. We've got game. So the Pyra that actually started as Pyra is the winner here and took out Mithra. Took out Bileth. Mithra got eliminated early on. There you can see the actual finale here. So it looks like Pyra's road to victory came over Rosalina. Rosalina was her first victor. Ice Climbers fell second. Min Min fell third. Jigglypuff fell fourth. Bileth was the final victory. Alright, that was an interesting tournament. If you guys have any ideas for other Smash Brothers themed tournaments, I would love to hear them. Now, I'm going to end this stream here, but I might be back with some more Smash Brothers stuff at a much later time. Or actually, I should say much sooner time. As in possibly even tonight. We'll see. But I am going to stop this stream to end the female tournament. Congratulations to Pyra. I am going to jot down that she is our first big tournament winner here. Perhaps we'll put her up in another match again. But really quickly, guys, as you're looking at it here, I mean, pause it, take in how this actually went down. And just remember, Jigglypuff. Don't mess with Jigglypuff. That is a rule that we can all live by. Alright. See you guys next time for some more Smash Brothers, or whatever else we feel like playing on this channels here.